Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Good Omens reaction. This is Haarute Live, and my name is Matt. Hello, hi, how's everyone doing today? We're doing the finale for Good Omens. This is the final episode. I'm assuming it's the end of everything. So, what happened last time on Good Omens? Shit was going down. Like, it's happening. End of the world is happening in like a couple minutes, apparently. According to God, which is the narrator. So, yeah, the four horsemen assembled, and they went to Tatsfield. There is, like a U.S. military, like, base or something in there. So they went in there, they infiltrated there, they killed everyone there, and now they're using the computers in order to, like, ready every, like, nuclear weapon in the world to, like, launch all of it. So that's happening. Adam has decided to become good and to stop this, which is funny. That is gonna go, he and his friends decided to go and meet with the others, with the four horsemen, and try to stop things. The four horsemen are expecting the Antichrist, and they're like, yes, our master is about to be here, which is a funny thing. So we'll see how that interaction plays out. On the Crowley and Aziraphale, sorry, I always get that wrong. Aziraphale and Aziraphale. Fuck. Okay, so Crowley and Azzy. Yeah, sure. They're hanging out. So, okay, Aziraphale lost his body, and because Shadowwolf shot him. Well, he just pointed at him, and he walked into the circle, and then his body exploded. Then he went to heaven, and they were getting ready in order to begin the war. And Aziraphale was like, fuck that, I'm actually going back to Earth. So he went back to Earth, he talked to Crowley, who was getting drunk in depression. Crowley's really cute, by the way. Like, the idea of him being like, I lost my best friend, just like, he was, and Aziraphale didn't even know who he was talking about. That was kind of funny. But, it's also kind of cute. So, Aziraphale instructed Crowley on what to do, where to go. And then Aziraphale possesses, what's the name of the lady? Madame Tracy? That lady, the one who was with Shadwell. And then, yeah, her and Shadwell and Aziraphale inhabiting the body of Madame Tracy are going to also the airport. Yeah, they went there. Crowley went there by crossing the great fucking wall of fire that he set up. And now everything is converging in the airport. Also, Anathema and fucking, what was his name? Newton? Yeah, Newton. Anathema and Newton are hanging out, and they're also going to the airport. And yes, everything is converging there. I kind of like the idea of everything converging in a single point. Like, maybe we'll get everyone converging in there, too, in the airport. Like, heaven and hell. So, like, every character from hell, like Lord Beelzebub and... Well, Hastur... Well, I suppose Hastur is still alive. He just got, like, discorporated. But yeah, Beelzebub, Hastur, and whoever else. I don't think there's any other demons that we should know about right now. Then we have the heaven side, where we have fucking Gabriel, Sandalphon, Michael, I think was one of them. Yeah. So we can, maybe everything will converge there in the airport, Tadfield, and it's gonna be kind of fun. I did say this previous episode, I do like whenever a show has, like, moving parts, like different characters doing different things, and then it all converges into a single point. That's something I always like. And it seems the show is doing it a little bit, so I'm excited for that. So yeah, we'll see what happens, if the world is gonna end or it won't. I said maybe not, because the vibe of the show is kind of fun, but maybe it will, but the ending would still be lighthearted. I don't know what Apocalypse is like. Alright, everyone, we may begin. So, oh yeah, and if you want to watch full length for this episode, it should be available on Patreon, if you want to do that, just in case. Alright, thank you, and yeah, let's begin. So, Good Omens. Episode 6 finale. Let's go. Oh, I suppose there was like a minor time skip in between previous episodes and this one. There we go, rewinding. I was wondering, did I skip like I mean, I can't skip an episode. There's only 6 of them. Oh, sure. The car blew up. And blows. Well, he really liked that car. Yeah, he really did like that car. Straight up. Motherfuckers, not you!
You were a good car. We are here to lick some serious butts.
Oh my god! Zero. Yeah. Oh, it's the last time I lower CT's intro. Bum 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 bum. My favorite dude in the intro that walks is a dude that walks like this. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse meet the 4 horsemen of hope, which are a couple 11 years old.
You should go back to being 2 separate people again.
Oh! He just give you a body, cool. He's bad with computers, isn't he? You just shut down everything the moment you touch it.
I do not endorse everyday sexism.
Get her, Pepper! She took the sword!
I believe in peace, bitch.
Yeah! Tell her! Get fuck war! We believe in peace over here! Huh?
I believe in a clean world.
Yeah, Adam? Pollution's fucked! What do you believe in, Winston-Dale?
Food and a healthy life.
A healthy lunch, motherfucker!
Didn't that used to be your sword? I do believe it was.
It was his sword? I suppose it's coming back, but like, what? Yeah, get him, doggy! And now, Adam, what do you believe in? He believes in life.
Open it up and then click on a Disney fragment.
And then, done.
You cannot destroy me. That would destroy the world.
Yeah.
Good day, gentlemen.
Wings of night.
Oh, that's cool.
Wings that were shapes cut through the matter of creation into the darkness beneath, and in which distant lights glimmered. Lights that may have been stars, or may have been something entirely else.
Oh, that's cool. Choose your face wisely. Alright, here they come. That's Gabriel. And that's Lord Beelzebub. Is that a fly on her head? I love it.
And the world, just to see who's going his best.
Yeah?
Obviously, it's the great plan. It's...
Y'all stupid.
You can't just refuse to be who you are.
Yeah, he can!
Your destiny, the heart of the great plan.
You don't know what the great plan is, motherfucker.
Is that the ineffable plan?
The great plan, it is written, there shall be a world and it shall last for 6,000 years and end in fire and flame.
Yes, that sounds like the great plan. Is that the ineffable plan as well?
It's not. You don't know what the fuck world wants to do. No, they're not. You don't know that!
The ineffable plan is, well, it's ineffable, isn't it? By definition. Can't know it.
God does not play games with the universe.
That's all God does. Where have you been? Yeah! Oh my god, both of them are like, I never thought about that.
I hope someone tells your father.
Oh, they will. And your father will not be pleased.
They did it.
What did it do?
Told his father.
Oh god, that's Satan.
And his satanic father is not happy.
Oh god. I wanna see Satan. Come on, Crowley, don't give up. Do it for your boyfriend. What the Okay, hi.
You're human incarnate.
Let's go. I like that. I like that so much.
Adam, reality will listen to you right now. You can change things. We're beside you.
Oh, this is cool. Crowley's holding the piece of the car. That's Satan! Holy shit! Holy fuck! We actually do get to see Satan!
Where's my son?
Oh my god!
You're my rebellious son?
You're not my dad. You never were.
Fucking tell Satan off. Is it your connection to this earth or whatever? Oh, his real dad coming in! Did that motherfucker see Satan?
Just imagine how awful it might have been if we'd been at all competent. More than falling into the wrong hands.
Wait, that's the same guy.
You can stay at my place. If you like.
I I don't think my side would like that.
Come on, bro. Oh, his scar's there, isn't it? Let's fucking go at him! Shadwell would be so mad.
It's called Dick Turpin because everywhere it goes, it holds up traffic.
Oh, I regret asking.
Her reaction was the best. He was like, oh my god. His delivery too, he was like, huh? This relationship is a little bit weird, not gonna lie. This episode is like entirely a wrap up. Where, oh, heaven took him.
Angels all tied up with string.
These are a few of our favorite things.
Ah, that's hell. Oh, that has to.
You have heard the evidence against the demon known as Crowley. What is your verdict?
I like, oh, they're gonna holy water him. Okay. Okay.
It's not that we don't trust you, Michael, but obviously we don't trust you. Tester, test it.
What do you mean test it? Oh. Well, that's gonna splash, bro. That's gonna splash. That would kill Haster too, because Haster was like right next to it. Oh, I like the way this is filmed. Like, we're breaking the wall a little bit in the sense that this is a set, but it makes it for a fun transition.
And then be delivered on this particular Sunday morning.
Oh, they Back to the Future 2'd it.
How many nipples have you got, Jezebel?
Retired, Jezebel, Mr. S. Just the two.
Well, yeah,
Good then.
that's all right then.
Fucking god.
Well, I think the greater good. Don't talk to me about the greater good, Sunshine. I'm the Archangel fucking Gabriel. The greater good was we were finally going to settle things with the opposition once and for all.
It's not you. It's not for you to say what the greater good is, motherfucker. Are they gonna execute him by holy fire or some shit? Well, demon fire, I suppose. God has to interfere. Come on. The show is not gonna do this to me. Come on, God. I believe in you. If I ever believe in you, it was right now. I never believe in you harder than right now, God.
May we meet on a better occasion.
Shut your stupid mouth and die already.
Wow, you suck, Gabriel. Heaven sucks, man. Is it doing anything? He's bathing on it.
Suppose that anywhere in the 9 circles of hell, there's such a thing as a rubber duck.
It's not doing anything to any of them.
It may be worse than we thought.
They're playing with them.
He's got native.
He's gone native.
He isn't one of us anymore.
I came to bring back the.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, do us a quick miracle, will you? I need a bathtub.
Thank you, Michael. Oh, I love it. Is she gonna burn them? Oh, man. I mean, I understand why, though. But I would have kept them around. Just in case, you know. But I do understand the idea of just...
Dog, get away from that hedge. Because if you went through, I'd have to chase you to catch you. And I'd have to leave the garden.
Oh, man.
Dog,
Oh,
stop.
man.
Come back here.
He's like smiling and everything. Hi. I like that both of them are like, he's the Antichrist. Hi.
He couldn't see why people made such a fuss about people eating their apples. But life would be a lot less fun if they didn't. Now, if there was an apple, in Adam's opinion, that wasn't worth the trouble you got into for eating it.
Oh, I really love that. That's poetic. I love that so much. It all came together at the end.
Swap back then.
It was just like Agnes had told them. They were playing with fire and would need to choose their faces wisely. And so they had.
Oh! Oh! That explains it.
I asked for a rubber duck. Maybe Archangel Michael miracle me a towel.
Ah, that was so cool though. I did not think about that.
Heaven and hell against humanity.
I can see it.
Tempt you to a spot of lunch? Temptation accomplished. What about the Ritz?
God, I love this. This is such a perfect ending. This entire episode is just wrap up. I love it. Like, conflict only lasted for like 5 seconds.
If you weren't at heart just a little bit a good person.
And vice versa.
And if you weren't, deep down, just enough of a bastard to be worth knowing.
Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Love it.
The world.
Hey. And that's a mimic of the first episode. Oh, that's it. That's it. He keeps going. Oh, that's good. They got me. They really did get me. I did not think that they switch places. Like okay, so when I read that prophecy, I was like, faces. Like, what does that mean? And then I forgot about it. If I thought about it a little harder, I feel like I would have gotten it, but I didn't. I forgot about it. So then when it happened, when Crowley was in the water and Aziraphale was in the fire, I was like, what are we doing here? And like, I thought that they became essentially like the perfect middle point between those two. Like, they became like more human than anything, which is why like even the fucking Lord Velzeval was like, he's gone native, which is something that's said before. Like, the idea that you can stop being what you are if you like put enough work into it, you know? Like, you don't believe in the same things anymore. You change. You can choose to change. Like, that idea I actually really liked. But no, at the end it was just a no. We've just bamboozled them. Just fuck it. We just straight up bamboozled everyone. We just switched places and nobody noticed. And like, Aziraphale was like, I asked him for a rubber duck. And I made Archangel Michael bring me a towel. They started laughing. I'm just like, it's good. Fucking Crowley spit fire at fucking Gabriel and shit. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. They got it. They did it. Love it. That was a great ending. That was a great episode. And a great ending. Because the episode, like, okay, so the conflict of the fucking story came to an end at like minute 15. Well, like 20. Yeah, 20. Let's say 20. And then the remaining half an hour was just wrap up. It felt like fucking Yakuza 0. It felt like a fucking Metal Gear Solid game. Just like fucking Metal Gear Solid 4. That was like an hour and a half of like after the end cutscenes just to wrap things up and tie a couple loose ends. Like, that's exactly how this felt. But anyway, God, that episode was so good. So at the very beginning, with the trial thing, it did make me think that I was skipping an episode or something, but I was like, no, there's only 6 episodes. I can't possibly get the episode wrong. Like, but no, then they went back to it and they showed that the car exploded, and then they went in, and then what happened, and then they stopped the end of the world. And well, when we see that cutscene of Crowley being about to get executed, I was like, initially I didn't fully get it, but like 10 minutes in, I was like, well, this means that the end of the world is gonna stop. Like, because then we have to have that scene afterwards. So the demons wouldn't be concerned in trialing fucking Crowley unless it failed. So yeah, that I do like. Okay, let's go back to it. So everyone arrives and everyone sees Adam and the 4 horsemen fucking essentially having like a fight. Not a fight, but like an argument. And I really like it. Okay, first of all, War had a Seraphil sword. I have no idea how she got it, but well, War, I suppose humans have been at war since forever, so sure, it just passed down, I suppose. So then we have a face-off. A face-off from the side of the 4 horsemen, as well as the... I mentioned in the previous episode, I was like, you see the 4 children fucking driving in their fucking bicycles, and I was like, oh, they are the counterpart to the 4 horsemen. And they were. So, fucking War is just doing tricks with the sword, and she's like, I am War. You were made to serve me, to live in me and die in me. And fucking Pepper replies with, my mom says that war is just masculine imperialism executed on a global stage. War is like a little girl. Run home and play with your dollies, little girl. And then fucking Pepper replies with, I do not endorse everyday sexism. Then she steps on War's feet. For some reason, he was strong enough for War to just drop the sword. Pepper grabbed it. And then fucking... Okay, I think War tried to grab it. Is that what happened? She didn't stab War. War grabbed it. And then Pepper said the best... Is this the best line in the show? I think it's the best line in the show. It might be the best line in the show. Pepper just fucking drops, I believe in piss, bitch. And fucking everyone around her is like, Jesus! This fucking child, and then War just burned and died. Then we kind of sped through the others, but it was still a cool thing. Adam just fucking walked in, he grabbed the sword, and then he held it against Pollution. And then he said, I believe in a clean world! And then Pollution just died. Alright. Winsleydale comes in, and he grabs it, and he goes, I believe in food and a healthy lunch. It's a very good thing. And then fucking Famine just dies. Straight up. So then, in my mind, I was thinking, well, then the last one is a death. And, well, Adam is going to come in and he's going to be like, I believe in life. Which would be cool. But instead, they decided to do something even cooler. Which is the idea that death... Because the thing about death is that death is not something that can be destroyed. Death is something that will always be around. Because it's essential to the cycle of life. And death isn't even like a necessarily bad thing either. Death is just kind of this inevitability of life that one cannot exist without the other. So I like that after that was over, Death was just standing there. And what did Death say? It was really... Death says... It has stopped, but they will be back. We are never far away. I am creation's shadow. You cannot destroy me. That will destroy the world. Good day, gentlemen. Cheek. And then fucking Death fucking open its wings, wings of night. Wings that were shapes cut through the matter of creation. And then like they came to like the screen and everything went black and there was like a skull and then you see stars, lights, and maybe stars, or it might be something completely different. And then it just disappeared and we went back to our characters. And it's cool. It's cool the idea that death is such an entity that like it's a concept. It's an entity and it's so important and inevitable. That like death is more otherworldly than everyone else. I do like that. And I also like the idea that you cannot destroy it, you cannot fight it. Death will always be around. But that death itself knows that. And death itself is just like, alright, good night, gentlemen. Like you delayed it, but it is inevitable and it will happen. But maybe not today. So good night. Then, fucking... we stopped that and everyone's like, oh, cool, Adam's cool. Anyway, Heaven and Hell still want to fight. So then you see a thunder and Gabriel shows up and then Beelzebub comes from the floor in fire. It's really cool. I really like... I said it before. I really like Lord of Beelzebub's design. It's really cool. I do love the hair. In this case, it's also a fly. But I do love it. So, alright. They come in, and then they talk to Adam, and it's like, okay, Antichrist, listen, boy, you need to execute the you need to do it, all right? You need to execute the end of the world so we may be able to fight. And then Adam's like, you want to destroy the world just to see whose gang is best? And Gabriel is like, yeah, that's the whole reason why the world was created. And I'm just like, is it? Is it, bro? Like, I still feel like literally no one in heaven. I mean, no one in hell makes sense, but no one in heaven knows what the fuck God is about. Well, nobody understands what God is about. I suppose that is the point. But like, the thing about heaven is that they're so egotistical, snotty, fucking elitist. Like, they're so far up their own asses that it's like, it is actually impossible that these people are doing the right thing. Like, actually. And they weren't. They were actually going against it. Hell too, but hell makes sense. They were going against the inevitable plan. And I do like that Aziraphale says it, and both of them, like, they look at each other and they're like, second, because, like, they were talking about the great plan all along. They were also talking about the ineffable plan. Up until this point, different, like, they have been replacing those words, like, freely, like, it's the same thing. But then Aziraphale was like, what if it's not? Like, the great plan, and they were like, yeah, the great plan was prophesized and everything, and it was written, and it's like, yeah, but what if it's not that? What if that is not the ineffable plan? What is the ineffable part of the ineffable plan is that you go against it? And then both of them kind of stop, and they're like, second, we have to talk over here. And it's like, that's something I really liked, because I've been saying that forever. I've been saying that, yeah, forever, for like episode 1, 2, whatever. I was like, no one actually knows what the ineffable plan is. I didn't use the words ineffable plan, but I did use like the idea of like, you don't actually know what God's plan is, what God wants to do. Like, because if God's will is absolute, and everything that God thinks will happen and means to happen will happen, then this cannot be stopped unless that is God's will. Like, it's a very simple thing to understand. So the fact that they're actively like, no, you're doing this wrong. Like, it's like, who are you saying to be saying that he's doing it wrong? You're doing it wrong. He's doing it right. Because whatever is meant to happen is God's will. So fuck you, Gabriel. You're wrong. Because like, if we're like, I can't really be upset at hell in this for being this wrong, because it's fucking hell. They are supposed to go against whatever God's will is, but Gabriel is supposed to be endorsing it, and he's actively going against it because of his own ego. Like, heaven sucks. This depiction of heaven sucks. And a lot of depiction of heaven sucks. And I don't know enough about biblical shit in order to know if heaven sucks there too. But it might. I think it does, actually. So, like, yes. In the at least Good Omens heaven. In at least Good Omens heaven. Heaven sucks. They are egotistical. And they're actively going against God's will. They're not good servants. They're not. They're not. If they were good servants, then they would just let things happen the way they were meant to. But then at the same time, you can say like, well, free will and everything actually makes it so things end up falling into places. But like, I feel like you need to like respect everything and everyone and think about everything and everyone instead of just being like, no, whatever, we're doing this shit and this is what we meant to do. It's like you're egotistical about following a rule book instead of actually understanding, which is the point. I said this before. Well, I suppose the message of the show was that a little bit, but it wasn't like super spelled out. But I really like the idea of like, again, like Gundam 00 stuff is the message of like the only way forward is through understanding of others. Like, you cannot rule anyone, and you cannot use anyone. You have to actually understand and cooperate with them. And that's how you get a future. But it seems like that is something heaven or hell will never understand. But it's something that Crowley and Aziraphale do understand. And I like that at the end, they're just chilling on Earth and they go fucking eating dinner or whatever. Oh, by the way, I just Googled what the fuck Nightingale singing meant. And then the song that was playing, like, I'll read it. I'll read it. Restore open tab. A Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. It's a romantic British popular song written in 1939. So that's what that is. It's a romantic song. It is an extremely localized British romantic song. So I do not feel bad that I didn't know what the fuck that was. Okay, so I understand like the gist of it, like the feeling of it. I was like, oh, this is romantic, this is gay as fuck. It was. That's the point. It is gay as fuck at the end. It's a romantic song. Got it. I just didn't know the song because I'm not British. But, you know, that's fine. Wikipedia's there for me. And I do like that they go back to the Earth life. They're just chilling. They're eating. They're doing jokes. They're drinking. And it's like, that is what existence is about, I'll say. It's not even that is what life is about. That is what existence is about. You know? The idea that... And also, they touch a little bit on that with Anathema, too, where Anathema follows, like, every prophecy, and that is kind of what her life is about. But then at the end, it's like... At the end, she's like... Well, Newton tells her, you cannot follow your entire life through prophecies. Like, at some point, you have to make your own decisions, and Anathema decides, I'm gonna burn Agnes Nutter's extra decisions, like, after... the post-New World or whatever, because I don't need them. And Agnes Nutter probably knew that. Like, it would be really fun if the first page said something about that, and then the second, like, said something that, like, was true. The second page said, and you're gonna burn this book. So then the next pages are not going to have anything of substance. And then the pages 3, 4, 5, up until like the 100 page or whatever many pages there are, is just scribbles. Because Agnes Newton knew that. That would be really cool. Anyway, so, yeah, and Anathema learns, I'm just going to make my own decisions. I'm going to live my own life through my own choices and my own will, instead of just following a book, which is kind of what heaven is doing, and hell a little bit. So there you go. That's cool. It's a really good wrap up. I will say that, like, every character that is not Crowley and Aziraphale feels like they needed more developing time for me to, like, feel something towards them. Like Mr. Shadwell and Madame Tracy. What was her fucking name? Madame Tracy. Yeah, I got it right. Cool. I will say that like Mr. Shadwell, Madame Tracy, Newton, and Anathema, like I feel like I needed more time with these characters in order for me to, like, care about them. But at the same time, and this is something people have said in the comments, and I kind of agree with it, it's the idea that it's the fact that this show is just better, or like the shows that speak whenever we follow Crowley and Aziraphale. It is. So. And I remember reading on comments too, and I'm not sure how much of it is true, that some things were just changed in order to make it so Crowley and Aziraphale had more scenes and other characters had less scenes, or they had more dialogue and some of the characters had less. I can see that. I can see that happening, but and yeah, they were playing to their strengths, but at the same time, having a show that is only 6 episodes long, and some of these characters weren't even introduced until like 2 episodes in, and maybe they didn't have much to do in most of these episodes. Like, it's difficult for me to feel like I should care about the fact that Newton and Anathema end up together, or Shadwell and Madame Tracy end up together. Like, I didn't feel like Shadwell and Madame Tracy matter up until last episode. Madame Tracy didn't matter up until last episode, and then suddenly she's the host to Aziraphale. Shadwell, I didn't think would matter. Again, up until like last episode, I think. Up until the moment he shot, well, he quote unquote shot Aziraphale and made him walk into the circle. Up until that moment, I didn't think Shadwell matter at all. I felt like I thought that Newton and Anathema would matter, but I wasn't sure how. And then in the end, they just walked in and then they stopped the nukes by fucking Newton's incredible power to just destroy every computer that he touches, which is really fun. That is something that came back and I really like that. That I really do like that. But the idea that like I think these characters didn't, were they together like previous episode? Or was it episode 4? I don't remember in what episode they met. What was the episode where everything went to shit? Okay, I think it was episode 4, wasn't it? Yeah, so in episode 4, they met at like the end. And like they met and instantly they started banging. And then they became a couple. Like, it's a little bit weird to me. It really is. To have characters that didn't really have a lot of time together just get together. I suppose Shadwell and Madame Tracy make more sense because because Shadwell and Madame Tracy like live together a little bit. Like they hung out in like the same apartment or whatever. And even like at the end, Shadwell was like, leave the food outside the door. Like she cooks for him or gets foods for him, and then he's like, yeah, sure, I'll eat it, whatever, leave it outside the door. Like, there is a relationship, there is a connection, they know each other for a long time, and they live together, too. And so that makes more sense to me, but, like, Newton and Anathema, well, I suppose in Anathema's eyes, she's like, I am going to meet this guy, and I'm gonna fuck him, and we're gonna be together. He's gonna be my boyfriend or whatever. Like, well, I suppose in Anathema's eyes, it's like, well, I've been fated to fuck this guy, so whenever that happens, I know it. Hopefully it'll be nice. And then he comes in and she's like, well, I suppose it's actually nice. And then they save the world together. And then also, I was just about to say something, I forgot what it was. Well, I suppose it just in Anathema's eyes, it makes more sense because she has been, like, she's read the fact that this relationship would happen, and she's been preparing for it for enough amount of years. So I suppose for her, it hasn't just been a couple days. It's been years of anticipation. So I suppose that is a little bit better. But, yeah. It was still a little awkward for me. But sure, I'll roll with it. This is not a show I suppose you're meant to be taking extremely seriously, and I'm not, so that's fine. Speaking about things getting serious, fucking Satan showed up for a second. I'm not gonna lie to you, I know the CG in this one is better. I think I like the Doctor Who Satan more. I like that design more. I do like that Satan just showed up. I do like that. Because I was like, oh, we're gonna get to see it. We did it. Motherfucker just fucking bursted through the fucking ground and came out. And he was like, where's my disobedient son? And it's like, oh shit. And then Adam just told him off. He was like, you're not my dad. Fuck you. You weren't here for 11 years. Who the fuck do you think you are? And he was like, what? And I suppose Adam was like the link for him to get to Earth. So the moment Adam severed the link, Satan was like, what? And then he just fucking left. He exploded and disappeared. He disintegrated and went back to hell. So sure. There we go. Man, this Satan is big and intimidating and dumb looking, but I'm not sure I like it. I actually don't like it very much. He has too much of a neck. He's a big old dumb CG Satan. He's not cool looking. I suppose he doesn't have to be cool looking. That's not the point of Satan. But I still think it's not the best Satan we've seen. But, you know, I do like the idea of, like, you're not my dad. Fuck you. Oh, so this entire sequence fucking like Aziraphale was holding the flaming sword and Crowley was holding like the piece of the car that blew up, and that's a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny, I'll be honest. You don't get to see many shots of Satan at the same time as other characters for comparison. There's only like one of them, which makes it easier, but I would like it more. Yo, did Adam's dad see Satan just now? I don't think he did. I don't think he fucking did, but sure. Alright. That was a cool climax. I like that. I like that very much. Oh, so that's what happened with the mailman. So Adam restarted the world for like, it went back like a day and a half a little bit. Like, well, time kept going forward, but everyone who died came back. Everything that was destroyed isn't. All the crazy shit that happened didn't happen, and people don't remember it. So, sure. Good job, Adam. I like that Adam has some sort of power still. Does he? I'm not sure if he does, because, like, there is, like, the bush that was destroyed in order for Dog to go outside. And I'm not sure if he did that or if Dog did that. Because there was a line where Aziraphale and Crowley say, so is Adam back to being a human now? And they're like, yeah. So maybe Adam reverted back to a human. Well, he was never a human, I suppose, but like he doesn't have powers anymore. Or maybe he does. And maybe he's the one who did that with the bushes and that managed to let the dogs out. But he at least is not going to abuse them, I suppose. Adam is a good kid. And I do like that the realization of like Adam is a good kid and a normal kid, and he's not hell incarnate or heaven incarnate, he's human incarnate. Because I said it on like the first episode. He didn't grow up in a heavily dysfunctional family with a fucking Republican asshole dad and neglected parents that like didn't get along with each other. They fought all the time and getting influenced by hell and heaven at the same time. He grew up a normal kid in fuck down Britain, just in the middle of nowhere. Chill family, small village, small everything, just like chilling, having a couple friends, living a normal life. So he grew up to be the most average normal kid ever, and he's like, yeah, that's what being human is, and he understands values. He's a good kid. And then at the end of the show, that's what saved everyone. And that reflects on the ending where when he fights Satan, where it's like, you're not my dad. My dad is the guy who took care of me for 11 years. That random dude, he's my dad. That's my life, you know? It's not you, so fuck off. Oh, I just remember a really good scene. I wanna point it out and fucking. So fucking Adam takes. I didn't realize it immediately. Adam fucking takes the apple from this neighbor, and the neighbor just gets angry at him and is like, "Oh, your boy taking my apples again! Tell your father." And then God says he couldn't see why people made such a fuss about people eating apples. But life would be a lot less fun if they didn't. And there never was an apple, in Adam's opinion, that wasn't worth the trouble you got into for eating it. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Oh, that's so good. Like the entire show. Fuck it. The entirety of the fucking Bible. All of Christianity led up to this. Into this one moment. Because that was such a cool moment. About Adam just getting the apple. And then God being like, well, life would be a lot less fun if people didn't just eat their apples. That's really good. It's like Adam didn't see why made such a fuss of just eating apples. And according to Adam, there was never an apple that wasn't worth the trouble you got into for eating it. It's so good. It's so good. That's why his name is Adam. That's so fucking good. I really love that. That is like my favorite moment in the show, actually. I think it is. Oh, there's so many cool moments in the show that I keep referring to as my favorites. There's so many good moments. I love this fucking show. The show was great. Short, sweet, cool, awesome, fun. Let's go. The ending was perfect. The ending was everything I wanted. It was just like nice and cool and thematic, and everything was good and nice, and everyone got together, and then everyone was happy, and with Trick Hell and Heaven, there were a bunch of assholes, and then we have 30 minutes of wrap up, and then we're off. We're off, and we have a romantic dinner, and that's how it ends. I like that God didn't intervene. Like, I know that I was saying maybe it will happen, and I was kind of hoping it would when they were about to get executed, but like, no, I'm glad God didn't intervene. I'm glad God had nothing to do with the events of the show, because God is like an existing entity. Like, it's just like, it's everything in everything that is happening. God is not someone that was just gonna walk in and do something. God is just the everything, and everything that happens is God's will. So I do like that everything ended up falling into place without God's intervention, because that's not the point. God's intervention is existence. It's not an intervention. It's just what it is. So I do like that God didn't actually do anything. Everyone did what they were meant to do in order to live their happy lives and be together and stop the end of the world and everything. Everything just fell into place through just situation, random occasion, or willpower and cleverness, or thoughts and emotions and feelings. Everything fell into place because of all of these factors, all of the human factors that make life. And I really like that. I really do like that. Oh, that was really good. I really did enjoy that. And is there anything else I want to say about the show, other than the fact that the ending was very gay? It was really good. Fucking Gabriel sucks. What the Gabriel was like, I'm tired of fucking Gabriel. Yeah, what did it say? The full line was, well, I think the greater good. Don't tell me about the greater good, Sunshine. I'm gonna change your fucking Gabriel. Like, oh my god, you suck. Oh my god, you suck. And then the other line he dropped. Fucking Aziraphale, well, it's supposed to Crowley in Aziraphale's disguise is like very nice, and it's like, maybe we met on a better occasion. Shut your stupid mouth and die already. God, Gabriel is the most hateable character in the show. Hands down. No character is more hateable than Gabriel. And it's funny because that means that like the commander of hell, Lord Beelzebub, is a 9. Gabriel is a 0 or a 1. He sucks. He's the worst. Because like someone that is meant to be bad or doing bad things, but like I love Lord Beelzebub because Lord Beelzebub has this like cadence of like someone who like kind of doesn't care. Lord Beelzebub is like, yeah, whatever. Sure. So you are sentenced to death by a holy water. Sure. Like that's kind of Lord Beelzebub. Gabriel is like, well, you know, we're doing good work over here. You suck. I hate you. You're doing wrong. But we're good. Like, whatever. Fuck you. Fuck you, Gabriel. He sucks. All of heaven sucks. Good Omens heaven sucked. Fuck it. Alright. I have to say, I'm looking at Aziraphale's face while this is happening. And I want to go back and look at... Well, I can't really see Crowley's face too much because he's wearing the glasses. Wait, give me a second. Okay, when Crowley's in the tub, he's not wearing the glasses anymore. So I was thinking maybe if he was wearing the glasses the entire time, that was the giveaway that he didn't have the Crowley eyes. But no, he can transform those too. They played a really good part on each other's side. I'll give them that. Which is also like something really cool that I just realized is the idea that like they've been hanging out for so long that they can perfectly replicate the other. They just know each other so well that they can just do that, and nobody will know. That is wonderful. I love that. There's a really cool shot of Crowley and Aziraphale in like what looks like fucking pure white in heaven, and they're talking to Adam. They're like, Adam, you can do it or whatever. But that was like a mind place that wasn't really much. Didn't really mean much. All right, so that everything about this fucking episode was cool. I liked everything. It was fantastic. So yeah, that I suppose that is the end of Good Omens. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here with the Good Omens journey with me. Next week on Wednesday, we're going to be doing a new show. And I don't know what show is going to be. Well, I'm looking at the poll right now. Oh, there was one more vote since last time. Doesn't matter. Hannibal's winning by a lot. So maybe we're doing Hannibal, I suppose. I'm looking at the poll for what show I'm going to be watching next week after Good Omens over. So next week. And Hannibal seems to be winning. And yeah, this Wednesday, so like 2 days from now, it's the end of the poll. But Hannibal's winning by a good chunk. So maybe we'll be doing Hannibal. So if you're watching this, you're listening to this, you'll like Hannibal and you are interested, maybe check out the Patreon. First episode should be there. If it is Hannibal, if it isn't, then well, I don't know. But Game of Thrones, you have to get a ton of votes out of nowhere in order to win. But maybe it's Hannibal. So we'll see. All right. So thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here with the Good Omens journey with me, alongside me. It was fun. It was great. Oh, fuck. Last thing I was going to say. This is more for the boys crew than Good Omens. But last time that I was saving The Boys, which is the show I'm watching at the same time as Good Omens right now, reaction, I accidentally wrote the name, instead of The Boys, I wrote Good Boys, because I was thinking of Good Omens, and then I started laughing and losing it, because all I could think about was this picture that I made afterwards. It's Good Boys. It's everyone's favorite show. It's the Good Boys. We're done. We're out of here. Thank you so much for watching this. See you next time. Bye-bye. If you would like to watch the first episode of whatever reaction I'm doing next, maybe Hannibal or whatever, you can do so over at Patreon. We have full-length reactions for everything as well. Check out the links in the description for that. Also, Twitch, I've been streaming a lot too. I'm an official affiliate for Twitch. Cool. And other things, social media, whatever. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.